In the process of trying to unplug and plug back in my damn microphone so that I could try and force it to completely reset,
Sega.
I somehow slipped my hand and hit the damn power switch.
Can you invite me again?
Yes,
Oh, wait, no,
I'm setting the game back up now.
I am Gabriel Angelos.
So, hopefully, we'll be getting the new DLC for Rogue Trader soon.
Well, yeah, you and I need to get back on that.
So, would you like to know who our supposed new companion's gonna be?
Hit me.
It's highly leaning towards Kriegsmarine.
A fucking Kriegmarine?
Yeah, supposedly.
Oh, dear God.
I can't wait.
Hopefully it's done well enough, and anyway. Well, I hope the update also introduces romance in the Space Nun.
Alright. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I need to... So Troy can actually see what the hell we're doing. I apologize to everybody who was watching the stream. I did not intend for that to happen. I really didn't. I don't know what went wrong, but something happened to my microphone. Stopped letting me hear everybody else. And I was stuck like that for a good fucking 30 to 45 minutes, and that doesn't really make for good viewing.
That's okay. We still love and appreciate you, and we will only give you a light.
Nothing was supposed to find us here.
Medium or heavy beating.
Warhost, hold fast. They must not disrupt the Seer Council.
Now, entertain us viewers.
I am about to make a very big offering to Sunny. Oh my God, look at all these banshees. Jesus Christ. They got slaughtered and then reanimated into my murderous minions.
Kairos thinks to hide behind the Eldar. This is an amusing distraction. Eldar are far too weak and misguided to slow the advance of the Black Legion. We will burn all that stands before us. Awake, make a stand!
I sent Eliphas over there by himself while he popped all those crates. I didn't figure you would care.
I take this for chaos. Victory point secured.
I take this for chaos, says the guy who's murdered chaos units for half this campaign. And then we get to play as the Eldar and find out how stuck up and stupid the fucking Eldar are in this
Still the invaders persist.
Well, they're very stuck up.
My kin, we shall strike them before
They're also
vanishing.
incredibly
Prepare
dumb.
yourselves.
Like, for all the intellectual capacity the
As long
Eldar
as
have,
the webway gates
the
remain
only
concealed,
Eldar I
we
ever
may call
met
in
that
help.
I actually had any fucking
Kairos
empathy
promised to
for
reveal
was
their
Irlia.
craftworld of the Eldar.
Every other Eldar that I have met, all I have ever wanted to do is stab them in the eye socket
They
because
call for rainbows to I suggest we find and destroy their webway gate.
because they have this annoying and obnoxious tendency to assume they are the smartest person in the room well after it's been proven they aren't and haven't been for a while.
We're speaking very cryptic nonsense that can end up making shit worse.
That avatar.
That wasn't an avatar, that was a Wraith Lord.
Thus far, steers are all complete assholes.
It doesn't really matter. The problem is that Eldar just don't fucking listen.
Well, listen, that's probably why they fell being in charge of the galaxy.
Surprise, bitch. If they actually went through enough work, they would be able to ally themselves with a Fate Weaver staff. They would actually be able to ally themselves with the Imperium of Man and probably get a big profit.
Hey, Alex.
What?
If the Eldar were so stupid now, how did they use the Alex? They had to be capable of some kind of. I mean, you don't exactly conquer everything without
I'm having trouble hearing you over the game. Let me lower the game. Okay, what were you saying?
I was saying,
Nope.
if the Eldar,
God fucking damn it.
how did they manage to conquer the galaxy? I mean, like, you don't exactly do
They
that.
didn't really conquer, they just inherited after your own ones kind of.
That's not really true either, Rev. They were one-time masters of the galaxy that were extremely powerful due to their ridiculously advanced technology, extremely powerful psionic capacities that they have, and the ridiculous longevity that their species has. In the simplest of terms, that's the easiest way to put it. They did, to some degree, inherit some of their abilities and capacities from the old ones. However, they did have, and still do have, quite a bit of self-merit as a species. Their technology is extremely advanced. Their mastery of warp power is actually way more capable and competent than either the Imperium or the or Chaos Psychers and Heretics. Their intellectual capacity is actually extreme. The problem that the Eldar have is they have an extreme emotional tendency to go down extremely dark, fucked up, and really deep rabbit holes. Like, I don't know if you've ever had an obsession, Troy, that you have absolutely had to resolve in your life, but imagine that, if you can, magnified as an urge by about 5,000. That's what it's like to feel like an Eldar when it comes to their obsessions. Because they hyper-focus on emotions way more than your average human. You know how your average human can have what's basically a severe emotional spiral and breakdown?
So would it be good to summarize them as having autism, then?
In a way, yeah, I guess you could argue that they all suffer from what is effectively severe autism and ADHD. The thing is that it's magnified to a ridiculous extreme. Like, I have had stupid-ass moments of being hyper-focused on incredibly dumb shit. The Eldar will get so hyper-focused on something that they will go down an extremely dangerous, dumb, and very, very problematic rabbit hole. And when they go down that rabbit hole, they don't come out until they reach the bottom. And sometimes when they reach the bottom, they have caused a calamity. The Chaos God Slaanesh? Yeah, the Eldar created that god.
Yeah, they murder fucked her into existence.
They literally willed that god into existence because of their own psychotic stupidity and their own inability to control their extreme tendencies of emotional flux. And because they refuse to control it and refuse to temper themselves properly, that happen. The Dark Eldar are literally Eldar that exist to inflict pain, misery, and suffering on other species, so their souls aren't consumed by Slaanesh. Regular Eldar use what are known as a Soul Stone in order to avoid that. Here's the problem, though. If the Soul Stone gets destroyed, then Slaanesh gets your soul any fucking way.
Our weapons cut through them like a blade through air.
I am here to lead death to the weak.
So how did they do it? At one point, they were so powerful technologically, culturally, and intellectually that they couldn't really be stopped or opposed by anybody, let alone the Imperium of Man. Even the Tau couldn't do jack shit against them. And the Tau have some of the best technology there is in the 40K universe in terms of its stability. The biggest issue that the Tau have is that the Tau can't really sense the warp. They don't really have much of a warp imprint either. They're not Buddhists. Do not ever compare them to Buddhists ever again.
I said they're communists.
Oh, communists. I don't really know if I'd call them that either. There's the corrosive bile spewer that we got before. The issue with the Eldar is that after they produced Slaanesh, after their society fractured due to a number of incredibly bad decisions, and Slaanesh just started kind of consuming their souls willy-nilly and devouring lots of Eldar wholesale, the Eldar have been so badly fractured from a technological and population standpoint that they are basically slowly dying off. And they're a race that is kind of facing its extinction, and they're not taking it well. And a lot of what makes them stupid is that as wise, powerful, and capable as their species was, when this issue started, they have a really hard time trusting in the potential and capacity of any race that is not their own. In effect, due to the fact that they are very aware of their species being super close to extinction, they will happily sacrifice millions of another species just to save one of their own. And that's kind of understandable when you consider their circumstances. Except there's one thing that you really kind of need to realize. If you are a slowly dying species and you don't have the ability or capacity to wield the power you once did as a race, both from a military standpoint and from a technological standpoint, and in particular when it comes to Slaanesh, a spiritual fucking standpoint, earning allies, even if it costs you a few lives sometimes, might actually be a worthwhile sacrifice due to the net profit gain it can get you in health later. And potential sacrifices for your people later. And the Eldar don't ever consider that. They're so self-centered. They're so arrogant. They're so self-absorbed.
Two quick things. First thing, that's only if they don't like turn around and stab you in the back after you make the sacrifice. Also, Alan, you don't owe me $3 this time, but I do want half of that pack of cookies.
I never made a bet with you about anything. I don't owe you shit.
I know.
Oh, shit.
I call it even because you didn't get yours for the last bet.
None shall survive meeting me.
Anyways, continue, Alistair.
But you're correct. That's the problem. Is will they stab you in the back as soon as they make that sacrifice? Well, that's kind of the fucking problem. The Eldar stab almost every species they get as allies in the back. They almost irrefutably, consistently betray damn near everyone who becomes an ally. Tome of Sacrifice. Ooh, that sounds interesting. And they do it out of their own self-interest, constantly, because they have no respect for any species that is not their own. And obviously, to a degree, that's very understandable. We, like, as humans, obviously, we are not the point of Eldar existence. So why would they hold us in a high-value regard? Well, here's the thing. Humans are one of the most populous species in the universe. They are an enemy to chaos, they are an enemy to Slaanesh, and even though they do sometimes fall to chaos, a lot of your species have fallen to chaos and really bad habits. In fact, the Drukhari, which are the Dark Eldar, are more evidence than I would ever need that the Eldar are not only a flawed species, but one that should probably pull its head out of its own fucking ass. The fact that your species engineered and generated a chaos god because of its own stupidity should probably be more than enough for me to look at you and go, okay, look, bro, maybe you're not as smart as you fucking think you are. The problem is that they have a lot of farseers that can see the future to an extent and to a degree of accuracy. I say to an extent and to a degree of accuracy for a reason. That is because half the time their fucking predictions are wrong. Just straight up wrong. And the other half the time, even when their predictions are right, they sabotage themselves because of how they perceive those fucking visions. I need to kill that warp spider. I'm sorry.
Fools. You blind, murderous fools.
I mean, we're chaos heretics. Of course we're blind, murderous fools. Ooh, we got another new weapon. We actually made a net profit on items there.
It was a new last cannon.
Ooh. So we got a Fate Weaver staff for,
That's an auto cannon.
we got a Corrosive Bile Spewer for Varius. Plus 8 damage to buildings and vehicles. Why would I want that? This thing does, like, no damage to buildings and vehicles. Crusade Armor Pattern Lightning Claws. I'll probably throw those away. Tome of Sacrifice accessory grants the consumability. Sacrifice a target allied unit to gain health and energy. Okay, so that's usable by Neroth, Eliphas, and the Mark of Nurgle, Eliphas, and the Mark of Chaos favor. Okay, so we'll probably give that to Neroth so he can just keep abusing his energy bullshit. Shrieking Auto Cannon. Yep, that's Kane's new weapon. Deathless Armor. Plus 3 health regeneration. I don't really care about that armor. I'll just get warp for the bloodletters. There we go.
Wait, should I equip that auto cannon?
I don't see why not.
It's less damage than the last cannon for vehicles. Gets a big boost.
Yeah, but it still does some pretty serious damage to buildings, and it does decent damage to vehicles regardless. It's a rapid fire weapon. I'll tell you what, we'll keep the Nova Cannon for now while you try out that auto cannon and see if you like it. How's that?
Let's get rid of that bile spew.
Yeah, I'm just gonna toss the bile spewer. I can't throw it away? Oh.
I just threw it away.
Okay, you threw it away. And then we'll slap this on Neroth, so Neroth
All
can use
right, I now
Consume.
have Skin of Stone, so Kane can no longer be suppressed or knocked back.
Yep, and with the Fate Weaver staff, that individual, Neroth, is now way more damaging and way more fucking accurate. And then I slap the Tome of Sacrifice on him. Yeah, let's see how
right,
Kane
we'll
does with
see
the
how
autocannon.
Yep, time to see how well this auto works.
Alright, I have
Right,
enough
Kane.
time for one last mission.
Has Kyrus promised to reveal their craft world if the Eldar aid him? It matters not.
Damn,
We
that
must press
power
forward.
sword.
Yeah, that power sword, holy shit. I might just pick up the suspended Hellblade for Eliphas. Because we don't really use Chaos Dreadnoughts. We don't really need more Chaos units. That's kind of the thing. Our heroes are so OP that we don't really need to build armies.
Very good, my brothers. How fortunate I am that your soldiers follow your every enlightened command.
Who is this fool? Who dares interrupt my campaign of terror?
How old are the
I
Eldar
am
again?
Azariah Kyrus. You were hoping to find me on Typhon, were you not? But here I am, a voice in your head.
No coward has ever remained hidden from the Black Legion. I will relish in your soul's eternal suffering. The Blood Ravens are weak, as are the rest of you loyalists.
You think me a loyalist? Enlighten me then. Why do you presume that I will kill the Blood Ravens myself? You see, the relentless war in this sector has driven the Inquisition to declare exterminatus. The Eldar's distortion rituals were the only thing delaying the arrival of the Inquisition's ships. When you killed the Council, the warp storms cleared. Now, those very ships are orbiting Typhon.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
This scene actually had quite a bit of different dialogue because we were
We
Chaos.
have arrived, and it is now that we perform our charge.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what the other dialogue
In
is
fealty
for
of
the other.
God Emperor, our undying Lord, and by the grace of the Golden Throne, I declare exterminatus upon the imperial world of Typhon Primaris. I hereby sign the death warrant of an entire world and consign 1 billion souls to oblivion. May imperial justice account in all balance. The Emperor protects. Orbital strike! Move from here!
It must be magnificent to see a planet writhe and scream, to feel it convulse beneath your own feet, witness it dying with living eyes. In time, perhaps I may share this gift with every last living soul in the galaxy. Until
Motherfuckers.
I hate you so much, Iris.
Okay, I like the autocannon so far.
That autocannon just turned those bloodletters inside out in a New York minute. Holy shit. God damn. You are hitting like a nuclear warhead with that thing almost.
God damn that autocannon.
Jesus Christ, Kane!
Holy shit!
God damn!
Okay, Kane is just tearing through shit.
Okay, maybe we don't need that laser cannon anymore.
Why?
Because his auto cannon is better?
Are they?
I see resources.
Kane's just moving like a fucking.
Why aren't you using
Like,
a
boom,
fireball
boom,
on that bloody blink?
Yeah, Kane is Kane is moving fast right now. That's kind of interesting. to
That
see.
14% movement speed, I gotta say. Hold on. There we go.
Jesus Christ!
That concussive shot. Holy shit. Kane, my boo, my baby.
He is like the quintessential Chaos champion right
And he gets knocked on his ass the moment I fire.
now. That's okay, I knocked everybody else over. Termagant.
Okay, at the chaotic, deal with this auto cannon. Yeah.
Well, there went that Zoanthrope.
Ah. Should have ran.
Oh, look, it's Pelican. That was a Killican.
None shall survive meeting me.
God damn!
Good God! Is there anything he doesn't face roll with that thing?
Jesus.
And you just annihilated his own throat.
What?
You just annihilated his own throat.
Oh, yeah. No, fuck your group.
Fuck your tyrant guard.
We're having way too much fun killing everything now.
I created a lictor. A lictor Nurgle servant. We kind of are killing everything a little too much, though. We should probably get out of here. As fun as dying on this rock would be. Caged Daemon acquired? What the hell is that item?
What is this? You lowly vermin truly think to escape? Ungrateful scum, squandering Lord Kyrus's gift of a glorious death. Pay your penance in blood. Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne.
Uh-huh.
Infect the galaxy. Victory point will be this.
So who's gonna tell him that we don't really care?
Do not trifle with me, worm.
Your allies have won a victory point.
Death to the weak.
Kaboom!
God damn, Kane.
Fucking everybody at this point.
Nah.
I may or may not have just dropped a plague cloud in the middle of the fucking arena where everybody was congregated. Doc, do you see all of these troops that just keep spawning every time?
Yeah.
We didn't even need to build an army! I made us one for free! That orc commander just gets surrounded by his own teammates and shot to death. As they all slowly die and get resurrected by Nurgle. Nurgle-based Tormagons. Warriors.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I need some help.
Oh, shit! Hang on, Doc.
None shall escape! None shall escape the sacrifice!
No.
This day.
There we go. Give you an infection so you heal faster. That way he can't kill Kane. There he goes, okay. Kane's freed up.
Now we can do this.
Yep, back to the murder pit.
He died.
Crushing
right in the
missile
middle.
launcher right when he died. All right, the barriers are out of here. Come on, we got less than 2 minutes. Got a fair bit of loot from this mission too, at least a little bit. Flaming Skull. Cage Daemon grants Berserk ability, significant buff to damage, speed, and lowers ability cooldowns. Non-chaos units will be made to attack their allies. Armor of Brutality, that's pretty good stuff. Crushing Missile Launcher. That's not a bad missile launcher.
It is human nature to seek culpability in a time of tragedy.
Culpability.
It is a sign of strength to cry out against fate, rather than to bow one's head and succumb. Inevitably, many shall fault the hands upon the sword which felled Typhon, the Ordo Malleus. But the Inquisition merely performs the duty of its office. To further fear them is redundant. To hate them, heretical. Those more sensible will place responsibility with those who forced the hands of the Inquisition. With some fortune, they may foster this hatred into purpose, and further rule their own fate by coming to the Emperor's service. Yet ultimately, it was I who set these events into motion, with a single blow from my hammer, God Splitter.
Mark of Zinch to give missile launchers to and Frenzied Barrage to Chaos Dreadnoughts, or the Suspended Hellblade. I think I'm going to take the Suspended Hellblade. There we go. I think the Armor of Brutality would be a good armor for Eliphas now that he no longer needs the Armor of the Immortal. What are you going to do with Naroth? Oh, Kane needs to be level 8 in order to be able to use that armor. Do we want to dump his laser cannon now?
Hmm. Oh my god.
That's horseshit.
That's hilarious, is what that was.
4
What else?
There we go. I sacrificed his crappy armor and I gave him better armor.
For what? What happened to...
He had 4 points of EXP left before he was gonna get a level. And then I just fucking gave it to him.
Oh.
Like, the moment I got rid of that last kid goes, I was just like, yeah, this is gonna level up, and I immediately looked down and it says 4 points left. I'm like, you fucker.
Yeah.
That's that type of situation when you see the pennies for the Salvation Army, the donate pennies, and you just take those because you're a few pennies short from the gas station.
Nah.
Exactly what happens.
So I'm not going to do the Judgment of Carrion mission today. We don't really have time for that. But I am going to show off the war gear that you can get from it, or the bonus. We could get a Mark of Corn for the Chaos Predator, which buffs their damage output and movement speed. Or we can get the Artifact of Ahriman's Staff.
That's...
Which periodically will randomly fire off a volley of Doom Bolts while still allowing the player to use the activated Doom Bolt skill, and a 35% chance to knock back enemies. That's actually a really good staff.
I know.
I'm actually really tempted to get that over the Mark of Corn for Predators, just because we haven't really cared about
We haven't used
army.
any units.
No, not really. We haven't needed them. That's the thing. We haven't fucking needed our units. We've just been... Our heroes are so powerful, why do we care? Is kind of the mentality we've had about this. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I've been Savage Hound Dusk. I'll see you guys next time on Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War 2 Retribution, Chaos Stream, when we burn the entire galaxy down. Have a nice